Westminster Waltz he loved, and that actually got in the charts. I looked up the New Musical Express, and there it was, number 10 in the bestsellers, and nothing had been spent on it in the way of promotion or ads like they are today.
Before Bob Fountain came along, there was sort of popular dance music. And then there was classical music. And there was this light music that was kind of like junior classical music.
And now the shipping forecast. There are warnings of gales in Shannon, Rockall, Hebrides, Bailey, Fairarm, Faroes and southeast Iceland.
Post-war light music buzzed with new ideas in sound and style. The younger generation experimented with ways of combining the tradition they'd inherited with a desire to update in keeping with a changing world. And in his own quiet way, Ronnie Binge was the avant-garde.
I'm surprised to hear that Jarvis Cocker had it recently in his Desert Island Discs program. He had it in the body of the program, and then when it came to the end, and for his special one, he wanted it again.
I've for many years used this as an aid to restful sleep. I find something very comforting about listening to it when you're laid in bed. And also on a desert island, it'd be happy because it would remind you of the fact that there are boats out there listening to the shipping forecast, and some of them might sail nearby, so you could get rescued. This would help me. This would be like something that could help me deal with that isolation, I think.
Sailing by, it seems to be a very simple piece of music, but it just captures that ripple of the ocean, doesn't it? The tide, perhaps just coming in or coming out.
A ship in full sail with gentle gusts of wind running through the sails, seagulls maybe. Spice smell can be part of it, the smell of spices. It can conjure up all those things and make you try hard to get a sense of what that place that the ship is in or coming from might be like.
Maybe you're thinking this isn't a bad way to spend an afternoon in company with me, Mike Carey, and memorable melodies when we go back to the old days and play the kind of music you thought you'd never hear again.
Mike has always had a fondness for the music of Ronald Binge, and he wanted to know more about the composer behind his luxuriant string sound.
I read that he came from Derby, and I was intrigued. I decided to try and track down his origins. He was just a typical Derby person, born into a very ordinary working class background.